Hello folks, welcome to Bill's Historical West. My name is William Bailey and I am currently working at the National Ranching Heritage Center in Lubbock, Texas. The project that I'm on currently is this wooden water tank that was mail ordered for a ranch about the turn of the century, probably made somewhere back east, came as a kit and was set on the ranch as a tank to provide storage water for about 3,000 head of cattle. Sometime later it was reused as a granary. A door was cut in it. When I arrived on site, this poor guy was leaning over pretty bad. The wood was all dried out. It had some structural problems, and the paint was faded, and it just needed a good going over and a little love. So I first had to determine how it got leaned over so bad. Well, the bands got loose, wood got loose. If you could visualize a wooden barrel, this is the same concept. And so I decided where I needed and how I needed to pull it back straight. Someone would look at it from the outside and think I need to get a tractor and loader and push on it to push it back straight. That's typically pretty violent for an old brittle wooden structure. So I constructed an attachment point on the leaning outside, connected it with a chain to a come-along. I did cut a hole in the tank down low to run my anchor cable through, and there's a 2x4 block on the outside of the building that gives me a dead man to pull against. Over the course of 4 or 5 days, a few clicks at a time, I was able to pull the structure back straight the way it should be. The problem when it got set here was it had dried out enough that the metal bands, as you can see, have couplers with a bolt in them. Well, many of the couplers were out of travel. Many of the bolts were out of travel. The threads had all been used up on the bolts. So I replaced some of the out of travel bolts with new bolts and tightened these bands up really tight so that now, by theory, this thing should not be able to shift again. The tank is made on a taper, which is kind of curious, purposely built that way. Each board in the structure is cut on its own taper. This is what really makes me believe it was not built on the ranch and that it was probably built in a factory. There's some pretty sophisticated mathematics in cutting each board on a taper. But there you have it. They'd cut this door in it so that they could get in and out to scoop their grain out. And you can see here the slatting where they had laid boards across this opening for slats to hold the grain back, and they shoveled out of the bottom of it, which is pretty typical grain bin use. Overall, a pretty cool structure. It sits here on the museum with many other buildings. They may have over 20 buildings in their collection here. Some of them are quite fantastic. They have a lot of windmills. The building beside me here is a 4/6 ranch barn that was moved in here. You can see the brands up on there. The brand that's painted over the door here, JA, is a brand that belonged in Peladero Canyon and I guess was a friend of Charles Goodnight. and may actually be one of Charles Goodnight's using brands. I can't verify that. Anyway, overall, a pretty interesting structure. I get into some fun things now and then, and this is one of them. Near completion, waiting on an order of shingles to put on a new shingle roof, and then this exhibit will again be open for the public to view and for their learning experience. Thank you.